Happy New Year! Hi everyone! Thanks for stopping by my channel. This is Hillary with Wild Orange Emporium, also known as the Queen of the Land. Thought I'd dress up for you for this New Year's goals, expectations, wants, desires, however you want to label it. If you enjoy reselling or just watching reselling videos, then subscribe and like this video. And I look forward to a fabulous 2022 with you guys and all the fun we're going to have. Stay tuned. Hi guys, Happy New Year. I hope you had a safe and happy celebration. Of course, I have a crown. I have multiple crowns, but I felt like the white one went better with my sweater, my glitter sweater, dressed up for you. So this video is a little synopsis of what I'm going to try and work on for 2022. And the big one is to be more consistent with my YouTube videos. If you've watched any of my videos, you have probably figured out this is the hardest thing for me to do. I don't mind making the videos, it's the editing and being consistent with it because it's not my strength. It takes a few hours to edit a video. Can you even believe that? But it's true. You want to make it as excellent as possible. And if you look back on my thumbnails, you'll get a laugh. My girls just think I'm so crazy with some of my thumbnails where my eyes are like bugged out, and I use that one. I'm like, well, it's eye-catching, right? But anyways, I've learned to be more consistent with how things look with the thumbnails. That's help with my husband and everything. But I'd like to try to put out consistently one video a week. I'm going into my goals. Here we go. One video a week, and I think I'm going to start doing what's sold for the week. My sales have consistently gotten better. One, because I'm listing consistently. Is that the word of the month? Word of the month is consistent. Did you ever watch Pee Wee Herman? The word of the day. Oh my gosh, I love that show. So every time you hear consistent for the month of January, we're gonna cheer, we're gonna shout, do a happy dance. Okay. So that's our word for the month. Okay, a new thing, I'm gonna write that down. Consistent, or any form of it. Consistency will be your word and your challenge for the month. How will you be consistent or more consistent in the month of January? Did I beat that dead horse there? Gosh, okay. So, my version of consistency, woo, is going to be making videos. What sold videos for the week, and then I will sprinkle in some pixie dust. I will sprinkle in other types of videos. I went onto Pinterest. I'm going to sneeze. I just sneezed. I went onto Pinterest to get some ideas of lists of what to make videos on, and I'm going to try to incorporate some of those ideas. I think the other hard part of making videos for me is to not be in a controlled setting. It's just weird for me to go out with that, we've talked about that chest strap. So I put it in my calendar to every day put on that chest strap and walk around with it. I haven't done it yet. Oh my gosh, it's just an alien concept. So I need to desensitize my brain to that. Okay, what else? So that's for this channel. If you have any ideas, send me your ideas. What do you want to learn about? What do you want to see? What interests you the most? If it's thrift hauls out at the thrift store, if it's the bin hauls, that sort of thing. I have a great update at the end. Stay till the end of the video about my sister too. So my reselling goals are, I kept everything pretty simplistic. I think some of it is I'm the type of person who likes to like draw a line in the sand and then step over the line myself. So like, what's the point? So I try not to beat myself up if I don't reach goals, but you need to have goals or you're not going to hit any targets, especially in business. My husband gifted me 3 months of List Perfectly. So I'm going to try List Perfectly for the next 3 months, hopefully starting in January. And because I have a hard time with change sometimes, or all the time, change, it just makes me feel unstable. It can make me feel unstable. That learning, I just figured out how to my flow, and so adding in a new element, because I'm going to be using his laptop, I'm going to be transferring the videos into the pictures into his laptop, feels like so many more steps until I get used to it, and to see if it's a more efficient way to cross post, which it should be. That's what their whole selling point is. And see if it helps with my sales. One of the main reasons he gifted this to me was I'm going to go back to the tax office for January through April, just 15 hours a week. I'm going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, which tend to be a little bit slower. As far as sales go, they can be slower, but also for those months, sales typically dip as opposed to Q4. And I'm helping to replenish our savings account from helping our daughter pay for her wedding. So that's kind of the thinking behind it. So I'm sure I'll make some videos about how that is going with List Perfectly. Do you use a service? Let me know down below. Do you like it? What are your pros and cons? Obviously, I don't have any pros and cons except for it costs money. Money out of my pocket. So I'd like to do 10,000 in my 90-day sales total. And if you are new to reselling on eBay, you have a running total in your sales. Now, as you may or may not know, that does include your shipping costs. So it's a skewed amount. But for me, it's a fun guideline, mark, goal sort of thing. I hit 7,000 in the month of December, which was so exciting. I was super excited about that. In the last video, that pink polo shirt is what pushed me over the 7,000 mark, and then within a few hours it went back below because it's, it's running all the time. And but it's just a fun engagement of my work, my consistency. And how will I reach that? It's consistently listing 10 plus items a day really has shown me my sales will be consistent. Also, adjusting prices to be more competitive and not try to get those few extra dollars, but to be more middle of the road in a sense. My goal is to be average. It's to work my way up to middle management. I don't know if you remember that commercial, but yes, my goal is just to be average. But average sales. And I don't need to eke out those last few dollars. Also, if I have a reasonable offer, just to take that offer. Okay? Build up my draft bank. I mentioned this in my last video, to continue to build up my draft bank. I'm not 100% sure how long the drafts stay in there, 30 days. So obviously I go to my oldest draft and I list that one first. But to continue to build that up, I also need to look and see what that draft bank, how long that can stay in there. So for the days I'm at the tax office, I will most likely use the draft bank because I'll be there like 9 to 2, and that's my typical time to be listing and working my eBay business. And then the evenings I'll do my shipping. What are your goals for 2022? Do you have personal goals? Do you have business goals? Do you even make goals? I don't necessarily call them New Year's resolutions, but I do want to have goals. Some of my personal goals are for reading. I really enjoy reading, and I realized for 2021 I barely read any books. So I want to read 3 spiritual books. One of the ones I got for Christmas is called the Jesus Manifesto, so I'd like to read that for sure, and then 2 other ones. 3 business books and 3 fiction books. And right now I started reading Shadow and Bone, which is also little, like, I don't know, mini-series. They called a mini-series on, I think it was Netflix. My daughter's one of her favorites book series. So we watched the series first, and then I started reading the book, and it's great so far. Do you have any suggestions? Do you have any spiritual, business, or fiction books that you just loved? I have read for business Atomic Habits, Good to Great, some of the older ones, the E-Myth. The E-Myth is one I should probably read every year, especially since now I'm really focused on my business. And then one of the fun things I was thinking about is we're going to Florida in end of July, and maybe doing a road trip video. I know that her name's Lori Tata. She does those kind of like thrifting through, I think it was Massachusetts or Maine or whatever she did. It was a lot of fun to watch, and doing something like that. My husband has Keep Running with BK YouTube channel, and I thought she could make some videos in other spots too. So it'd be fun to incorporate both of our YouTube channels and do that sort of thing. So that's my little video for goals for 2022. Please share what your goals are down below. And I hope it's, as we say, consistent. Yay! And fabulous. That's my other word I love to use. And amazing 2022 for you. So be good, stay healthy, and adios.